So now that the paint and body work is done, we can get on to the more important tasks with... More paint and body work. I've got to do the hood, the doors, the tailgate. I really did most of this a couple years ago. I just have to touch them up. The hood, pretty good, other than it's been sitting out in the dirt for 2 years. Fiberglass panel though, so it's not going to rust. Just have to touch it up, clean it up. The tailgate's the worst of the four because I didn't actually finish that one. Got close, but had a lot of damage that I worked out and welded some new metal in, and getting this bottom lip just right is going to take a bit of work. The doors aren't bad. They've all been, all the welding's finished on them. They're primed, filled, blocked, but just from sitting around, they have some scratches and some dings in the bottom of the panels. I think this is the worst of it right here. That goes right through to metal. Not much filler on this panel. Right there. Some dings on the bottom, so I'll take care of those. It should take me, a couple hours each panel, and hopefully probably Thursday I'll spray all these, and then we'll actually be done with the paint body work. So tonight I've been working on getting out all the boxes from the back room, unpacking everything, figuring out what I have, what I'm missing. So I more or less have one whole El Camino interior and a front clip laid out on the table. I have mostly everything that I remember. I'm missing, I know there's a bracket that actually screws onto the door, and then this screws onto that bracket. I don't quite remember what it looks like, but I don't have it. I do have the gasket. I hope I can buy that separately, or I'm going to have to just buy a new mirror. Found $1, so that's pretty cool. The project pretty much paid for itself. I have no idea what these springs are for. I have no memory of these at all. I've got my new 3-point seat belts. I've got some pieces that I sandblasted and painted a couple years ago that I'll just 2K clear coat. Got the center console. I found everything to put the doors together, so that's good. I've got my trim, some new lights that I had bought. Over here, I'm putting everything together that goes on the header panel for headlights and everything. I had bought these Trick LED headlights. They're H4s with an LED bulb under them a couple years ago, and I wired them up to work as the turn signals, since I'm running a fiberglass bumper that doesn't have provisions for the factory turn signals. I do the same thing on my Toyota pickup. Since I don't have a bumper at all in that truck, works pretty well. I've got the headlight cups. I had 3 of the original ones that I sandblasted and painted, and I had to buy one new one. I found all the bezels or trim cups. I don't know what these are called. I need to order 5 more of these because for some reason I only bought 3 new ones previously. I've got the new bumpers for the hood stop. Some weird stuff like I need to order more of these little tiny screws because I have new ones on this one. And at that point, might as well buy 9 new ones and have them all match. And then I can't find all of the screws to put the larger bezels back in, so I could probably just find a kit on Summit, save myself some time. I know I could go down to Ace Hardware and find that stuff, but it would take me a while to dig through the bins and match. So pay some money, save some time. I can only find one of these gaskets. I know I have 2 of them, but they're probably like $2, so I'll just order another one. I never had the gaskets that went between the housing and the body, but now that I have good paint, I want those, so I'm going to order those too. I had gone to a local guy and got a pair of these brackets that hold the taillight housings in because I couldn't find mine, and I needed to put the taillight housings in to check the body fit. And then, of course, I found mine today. So that was $50 wasted, but what are you going to do? These housings, one of them's good, one of them's cracked, but I'll run it for now. Well, I'll check the price of it, and if it's under a painful amount, I'll buy another one. Fuel door cover, I need to remember to finish this out, and so I can spray it at the same time as the other panels. I should have sprayed it with the body, but I didn't remember to. I found the door handles and the locks, so that's all good. I'll be fitting those up tomorrow and making sure that all works. So just a few parts to order. Everything's kind of coming together. Missing a few things. Got to look a little more in the back room. But it's these just million tiny parts that just kill you at the end of a project. I finished up one round of blocking out on all the panels. The tailgate needs more glaze, but it's done with the bulk of the filler. Everything's the right shape now. I picked up this sander a while back, and while it's no replacement for actual blocking of panels, it saves a lot of time after you've just put the Bondo on and it's just dry. Knock it all down to just above level and it saves you a lot of work. Oh, we're getting closer to spraying here. Have the car pushed out to make some more room to spread the panels out. And it's looking like it might rain a little bit, so I threw the cover back on it. But before you freak out, yes, dirty cover on fresh paint, but the whole car is covered in drape cloth under the cover. We got the 4 panels to do here, then the headlight panel and the header panel and a few other things that are just gloss black are going to get a 2K clear once I get to the clear stage. And we're just about ready to go, just moving stuff around. So I've got all the panels laid out in a line here. Got Ty helping me out moving stuff and doing some sanding. Say hi, Ty.
Hi, Ty.
Always the right tool for the job, huh? Math? I have a degree in math. I don't want to use it.
The degree didn't cover pouring things.
No. It was a really theoretical degree. No applied pouring. All over my brand new aluminum table. Okay, everything's all sprayed, all 8 coats again. And then thanks Ty for helping me move the panels back over, pushing the car back in. All in all, went pretty well. It's a little more complicated spraying panels than it is spraying the shell, because walking all around them, getting all the angles. Had a few issues with the gun clogging. I guess I didn't clean it as well as I should have. And then on the last coat, the gun started dripping a little bit, and so I got some drips on the panels. But that's easy enough to take out in paint correction since it's just the clear. Feels good to be done to paint. Just have to let it cure for a couple days and off gas and then start putting the car back together. Cool. That's it for now.